So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. So it's down to business here. Alexander-Arnold reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here too, Peter. You can really tell how eager he is to leave his mark on this game. And when he's in that sort of a mood, he usually gets what he wants.
No way through. Now it's Van Basten. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold is flagged offside. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Van Basten looking to get on the end of this. Lovely bit of skill. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he's had a hit! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Rice. And Kim Min-jae. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Serginho. Oh, it's Van Basten. And it's Rijkaard. Conte. Neither side yet able to find the net. Hakimi has it in a wide position. Look at the space here. There's the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
En el minuto 17, el dorsal 9.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
It's a pretty loose pass. Kim Min-jae. Now it's Puskas, and he's got the beating of his man. And he's had it nicked away. Barcelona were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Messi. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Van Basten. Nice-looking ball. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Serginho. And it's Serginho. Rice. De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's De Bruyne. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Fiore. That's really nicely played. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Schlotterbeck. Makaleli. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Kimmich. He's shifting through the gears here. Strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Rice. And it's Serginho. Now it's Mbappe. Cannavaro robs him of possession. He's going to have to tune it. Messi! Lacking in accuracy.
Barcelona really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Alexander-Arnold. Rice. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Mbappe. Pass somewhat off target. Cannavaro. Now it's Puskás. Knocks it into space. And he shoots! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So that's two now without reply. And we hit half-time. How would you review the first half?
Arsenal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Arsenal ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. And we're off again. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And it's Conte. Hakimi. In with the challenge. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Conte. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Showing good feet. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, shooting chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Puskás. Now it's Van Basten. Alexander-Arnold. And he's managed to get free. Now here's the delivery.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
He's had a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Raúl actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. And a shot! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
La asistencia a este partido Ascienden
It's
98.004 espectadores.
Can he get it through? And the shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now. Now it's Puskas. And it's Van Basten. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. There's a quick free kick. Not the most accurate pass. De Bruyne. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Raul. Can he get on the end of this? Good running, strong and purposeful. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Conte. Now it's Van Basten. Arsenal finding their passes. Puskas. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Serginho. Now it's Van Basten. He's through, now is he in? Neither of these two want to come off second best. Puskas! And he should have made it 4.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
It's their second corner of the game. Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. De Bruyne. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Quality ball. Fiore. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten. A lot of space. Shot a goal! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
And now they can spring out of defence. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. That has been cut short. Fiore. Great ball if he can get there.
That's going in strongly.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Puskas. Now it's Van Basten. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He is through here. Conte. He's found some space. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the finish! It's in! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
It's become a case of men against boys. Rice is there, and he can pick it up. Good ball, good take. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Raul. And here's Raul. Played back towards his own goal.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And it's Van Basten. Oh, can he finish? And it's in! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest.
And that is that. Arsenal really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Puskás voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that... This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. And we're underway. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Arsenal cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question. And the finish!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Now it's Messi. And now they can spring out of defence. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Van Basten. Here's a shot! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
He's had it taken off him. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Hazard. Big chance! He's having a shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Arsenal have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one, or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Mbappe. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Lovely, now then. And this is Messi. Opts to play it back. A good-looking ball. And this is Van Basten. Now it's Puskás. He's shifting through the gears here. Great big chance! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Succumbs to the pressure. And that could set him on his way. It's Van Basten! Van Basten! What a goal! What a player! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pass somewhat off target. And it's Conte. Now it's Van Basten. Kante providing an outlet on that flank. Hakimi is onto the shoots! A whisker away from making it 4.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Adams cuts it out. Ruben Neves. Now it's Messi. Oh, it's a great ball here. And he shoots! Really well taken goal. They're back within reach! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So is this the start of a comeback? Rijkaard. Oh, that's superb. Ruben Neves is fouled. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, he got a little eager knowing what's at stake, so I hope a few strong words, Peter, can settle him down.
And this is Puskás. And he's there to make the challenge. Now, can they get him away? And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Kante. That is good strength. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. He's got away. Hazard! On the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, easy pickings there. Conte. And this is Puskás. He's through here. Danger averted for now. Distributed tidily. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Not the worst challenge in the world, Peter, but this really isn't the time for it, is it?
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Not the most accurate pass. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That has been cut short. Conte. Now it's Puskás. Great ball if he can get there. And pass. And the shot! And they've got rid. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, maybe he thought they were already promoted, Peter. It's a silly card to pick up.
Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Substitution in progress.
And the shot! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Now it's Puskás. He can run onto that, and this is just the goalkeeper to beat. Shapes to shoot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Arsenal blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. That's Van Basten. And here's Mbappe. And reclaimed it in a trice. And a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that pass isn't the best. And he's there to get it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Hakimi goes sliding in. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. Now the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Takes a shot! And that is high.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
And here's Mbappe. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
After 60 minutes is number 20, Kylian Mbappe.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Hakimi. Passing nice and neat.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And this is Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Van Basten has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Puskás, and it's Azar. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And the shot's on here. And this is Van Basten. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Arsenal have themselves a chance from the spot. Casillas, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
So now the difference is 3. Hazard. Oh, he's onto this. And he's intervened well there. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Conte. And he welcomes it in. A heavy challenge. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Arsenal are now down to 8 following the sending off. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Well, there's the clearance. Makalele cuts out the pass. Looking for options for movement. And he's got the Puskás! No mistake! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That has not gone well. Rijkaard. And this is Van Basten. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ruben Neves promptly onto that, and that is that. Rijkaard. Plays it through. Messi in acres of space out wide. Now it's Mbappe. Real chance! Van Basten. And this is Puskás. Puskás is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He can get that clear. It's gone for a throw-in.
Substitutions taking place.
And it's Rijkaard. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And this is Puskás. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Rijkaard. And this is Van Basten. Now that looks a decent ball. Nicely spread. And this is Messi. Look at the space here. Good decision by the keeper. Got that exactly right. Arsenal can breathe again. Just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That is ended up in no man's land.
Has been indicated.
Cannavaro with a definite foul there. And he's going to have his name taken. And here's Mbappe. Now it's Raul. Hakimi. Van Basten. Knocks it into space. And he's running through. Rijkaard! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Crunching tackle. The ball has bounced loose now. He's gone for goal! Wonderful from Rijkaard! About as smooth as it gets! How many, just how many? The golf in class is vast!
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Arsenal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, and there goes the final whistle. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. Your reflections then, Jim?
Arsenal really deserve full marks to have come through such a difficult game in the manner they did. There's always a feeling that the fear of losing is what ultimately decides games like this, but not on this occasion. They played the game and the occasion beautifully.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Arsenal are all smiles coming into this game. They've already secured their ticket to the promised land. This is effectively preparation for life in greener pastures. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, I think we can expect to see more than a few moments of individual brilliance with Neymar on the pitch, Peter. He's got such a silky touch, he can ghost past defenders, and he can pass and shoot with the very best. If you're looking for someone to take your breath away, this is the guy for me.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And it's Messi. Now there's a fine ball. It's Neymar! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Olise. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Hernandez. Rijkaard. Now it's Puskas. Messi. And that has left him in a heap. And here's Olise. Tries to dink it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And here's Olise, looking for a runner. Cannavaro gets it away.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Koundé.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Back into the middle. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, shooting chance! Corner number 2 then. They've played it short, and it's Van Dijk. Looking for options for movement. Tries to get it clear. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe, looking to play him in. That looks a good ball through. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Puskas. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Can he get it through? Now it's Olise. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Messi. Now it's Puskas. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Messi. He's had a shot! He's scored! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
BG Pathum United have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Played out wide. And he's in on goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rijkaard pinches it off him. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's found support out wide. Great ball, and he's in here.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Puskas. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Lovely ball and the shot! He scores! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, They say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
And it's Messi. Makaleli, a player who needs no introduction. Messi. Modric. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe. Oh, well played, well played.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Mbappe. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Olise. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Alexander-Arnold. Rijkaard. Now it's Mbappe. And the first half is done. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And we come to
So
you now
there
with
was
a
the
quick
first half.
request for support
Who wants
to our
half-time when you have a
World Charity
contest this
Fund.
good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Arsenal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely
Substitution.
balanced game. 1-1 the score. So once again, we're underway. Olise. And it's Rijkaard. Threads one in. Messi. Modric. And that's a dangerous ball. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That's the keeper's ball. Rice. Olise gets into some space. Now it's Puskas. And it's Rijkaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? O'Reilly. For Messi. Tchouameni. And here's Mbappe. He's being urged to shoot. And that's clear-cut. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Olise. Out towards the flank. And he's there to make the challenge. That has not gone well. Messi. He could be in here.
That was lovely, that.
Engages and forces him off the ball. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
No, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Now it's Mbappe. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
60,332.
Saliba spots it and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Oh, strongly challenged there. And a chance! Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Now it's Puskas. He's a sharp little ball here. Koundé. And it's Tchouameni. And it's Modric. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Played towards the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Olise. Modric. He's in plenty of space here. And the shot! They've scored! And they get themselves in front! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
BG Pathum United go into the lead. And here's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Rijkaard! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Upamecano. Hernandez. And it's Makalele. Tchouaméni does well to get it back. Upamecano cuts it out. Olise. Mbappe. Makalele gets a foot in here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And here's Raul. Rice.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Mbappe, and he's onside. And this is shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's an imaginative pass. Messi. Rice. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shot a goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass. And it's Messi. Messi. Now it's Mbappe. That ball looks a good one.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
This looks promising. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Can he spark a counter here? And that is that. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things.
Please join me in wishing...
Well, nothing beats the feeling of getting promoted. The hard work already done, the team can set out to enjoy this game and bask in the adulation of their adoring fans. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. There's the whistle, and here we go. Milan have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Reminders of a
header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And here's Mbappe. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Mbappe. And he has been fouled there. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, this is a great position.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Thinks one through. Nice interception, well timed. Mbappe, and the shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And the pass is intercepted. Fernandez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Raul. And claimed it back swiftly. Milan have a free kick. Raul.